Hi children, fine good morning to all of you. Never give your attention towards beauty because beauty is not your beauty, but beauty and duty will make you bright. With this thought children, let us begin the today's session. In this session, we will learn about the factors of a number, which is very important to learn the further concepts of mathematics, especially to know the nature and properties of numbers. Okay children, let us start the today's session.
Hello children, in your previous classes you might have heard the words like factors of a number, multiples of a number, etc. But do you know the real meaning of multiple of a number or factor of a number or factors of a number? Okay. Today in this session we will learn about factor of a number or factors of a number, which is very important to learn the further concepts of mathematics. Okay. To start with, let us take an example. Is 3 a factor of 54 is the question here. Okay. See here children, to understand whether 3 is a factor of 54 or not, what we should do is, we should carry the division operation. Okay. Divide 54 by 3. If you get remainder 0, then this 3 is factor of 54. Okay. If the remainder is not 0, then 3 is not the factor of 54. Okay. So children, in this division, okay, the remainder became 0 when I divided 54 by 3. Okay. That is why I will say 3 is the factor of 54. Okay. Do you know children, why am I calling 3 as a factor of 54? Because I divided 54 by 3 and got the remainder 0. Means 3 left the remainder as 0. So 3 is called the factor of 54. Okay. See here children, if the remainder becomes 0, then we can take 5 important decisions here or conclusions here. What are those? See here. Since remainder is equal to 0, I can say 3 is a factor of 54. Okay. And also say 54 is a multiple of 3. It means in the table of 3, 54 comes. Okay. And 3 divides 54. When should I say 3 divides 54? If the remainder comes 0 here, then only I should say 3 divides 54. Right? And otherwise, I cannot say 3 divides 54. Right? And I can also say 54 is divisible by 3 or 54 is divided by 3. When if the remainder comes 0, then only we should say 54 is divisible by 3 or divided by 3. Okay. And if the remainder comes 0, we can also decide that it is a complete division. Okay. And after that, we can go for verification. You know, whether our division is correct or not is checked by division lemma. What is division lemma? Division lemma is dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Therefore, children, we saw that 3 is a factor of 54 because when 3 divides 54, the remainder is 0. Okay. At that time, what is the quotient? 18 is the quotient. But remember children, 18 is also the factor of 54. Okay. Whenever you carry a division and you see that the remainder is 0, that time you decide that divisor is the factor of 54. Okay. That time even quotient is also factor of 54. Here the remainder is 0, therefore 3 is factor of 54. Right. If the remainder is 0, then this quotient 18 is also factor of 54. Take 18 and divide 54, that time also you will get remainder 0. Therefore, 18 is also factor of 54. Is it clear? If anybody asks you, list the all possible factors of 12, then what will you do? See here, 12 is the given number and I have listed the factors of 12 as 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. Do you know why? When I divide 12 by 1, the remainder is 0. That is why 1 is factor. When I divide 12 by 2, the remainder is 0. That is why 2 is factor of 12. When I divide 12 by 3, the remainder is 0. That's why 3 is factor of 12. Similarly, 4 is factor of 12. 6 is factor of 12. And 12 is factor of 12. Remember children, every number is a factor of itself. Okay? And every number is divided by 1. And every number is divided by itself. Okay? So, here 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12 are all the factors of 12. Because whenever you take these numbers and divide 12, they leave the remainder 0. That is why 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12 are the factors of 12. Okay? Let us take one more example. List the factors of 10. Okay? The factors of 10 are 1, 2, 5, 10. Do you know why? When you divide 10 by 1, the remainder is 0. That's why 1 is the factor of 10. Similarly, 2 is factor of 10 because when you divide 10 by 2, the remainder is 0. Similarly, when you divide 10 by 5, the remainder is 0. That's why 5 is factor of 10. And then divide 10 by 10, the remainder is 0. Therefore, here we see that the numbers 1, 2, 5, 10 are the factors of 10. Why? Because when you divide 10 by these numbers, they all leave the remainder 0. That is why 1, 2, 5, 10 are the factors of 10. See here, the first factor of 10 is 1 and the last factor of 10 is 10 itself. Therefore, we can say every number is divided by 1 and itself. Okay? So children, how can you define the factor of a number then? Okay? A number is said to be a factor of another number if it divides the number exactly or completely without leaving any remainder. Means it makes the remainder 0. Okay? Let us see another example, children. Is 7 a factor of 54? Is the question. Divide 54 by 7. If the remainder becomes 0, then 7 is factor of 54. Or 7 divides 54. If the remainder is not 0, then 7 is not a factor of 54 or 7 does not divide 54. Let us see what happens. Divide 54 by 7. Okay? 54 divided by 7 is also written as 54 upon 7. Here 54 is dividend and 7 is divisor. Therefore, children, here when I divided 54 by 7, it left the remainder 5. Remainder is not equal to 0 here. Remainder is equal to 5. Okay? Since remainder is not equal to 0 and remainder is greater than 0, okay, I can take 5 decisions here. The first decision is 7 is not a factor of 54 because remainder is not equal to 0. 54 is not a multiple of 7. It means in the table of 7 you will never get 54. That is why 54 is not a multiple of 7. Why? Remainder is not equal to 0. And 7 does not divide 54. Why? Because remainder is not equal to 0. Right? And 54 is not divisible by 7 or not divided by 7. Why? Because or since remainder is not equal to 0. Okay, and it is an incomplete division. Why? Because remainder is not equal to 0. See here children, when remainder is not equal to 0, we can take these 5 decisions. Okay, and whether the division done by us is correct or not is checked by a rule or a law, and that law is called division lemma or division algorithm. Okay, according to division algorithm, dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Okay, and hence we can decide that 7 is a non-factor of a number. Okay, and here the quotient and remainder are 7 and 5 respectively. Okay, but in this example, okay, you can say 3 is a factor of 54, and in this example we can say 7 is a non-factor of 54. Okay children, and whether the division done by us is correct or not is checked by the quotient and remainder are 7 and 5 respectively. Okay, and in this example we can say 7 is a non-factor of 54. Okay children, so what do you mean by non-factor of a number? Non-factor of a number is a number that does not divide another number exactly or completely. Okay, and it does not make the remainder 0. Here the remainder will always be greater than 0 but less than the divisor. Now, did you understand the meaning of a non-factor of a number? List the non-factors of 12 is the question here. Okay, see here 12 is the given number, and I have written 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11 as the non-factors of 12. Do you know why? If I take 5 and divide 12, the remainder does not become 0, the remainder becomes 2. Okay, that is why 5 is a non-factor of 12, right? 7 is a non-factor of 12. Do you know why? Take 7 and divide 12. 7 leaves the remainder 5. Means the remainder is not equal to 0 here. The remainder is equal to 5. That is why 7 is not the factor of 12. Divide 12 by 8. Here the remainder is 4, which is not equal to 0. That is why 8 is not the factor of 12, or 8 does not divide 12. Okay. Take 9 and divide 12, the remainder does not become equal to 0. The remainder becomes equal to 3. That is why 9 is not the factor of 12, or 9 does not divide 12. Okay. Divide 12 by 10. Okay. 10 is not the factor of 12, because when you divide 12 by 10, the remainder is 2. Okay children. That is why 10 is not the factor of 12, or 10 does not divide 12. Okay, even 11 is also not the factor of 12, because it leaves the remainder 1. Okay, one more example. List the non-factors of 10. Here the given number is 10 and its non-factors are 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, because take these numbers and divide the number 10 and they will not leave the remainder 0. Okay, 3 leaves the remainder 1, 4 leaves the remainder 2, 6 leaves the remainder 4, 7 leaves the remainder 3, 8 leaves the remainder 2, and 9 leaves the remainder 1. Okay children, that is why these numbers are the non-factors of 10. See here children, the factors of a number can also be defined in one more way. Okay, let us see what is that. The factors are the numbers which are multiplied to give the product. Okay children, how do we define the factors in one more way? Factors are the numbers which are multiplied to give the product. Okay, Let us justify this statement and proceed. In our previous classes, we have learned about factor of a number. Okay? See here, children, factor means it is a number which divides another number exactly and leaves the remainder 0. Okay? But today we can learn one more definition for factor or factors of a number. See here, factors can also be defined like this. Okay? Factors are the numbers which give product when they are multiplied. Okay? What is one more definition for factors? Factors are the numbers which give product when they are multiplied. Let us justify the statement. We all know that the answer got after the multiplication is called product. Okay? If we know this meaning, then we can proceed. See here, children, 1 and 20 are the numbers, and after the multiplication of these two numbers, I get 20 as the product. Therefore, here 1 and 20 are the numbers used to get the product 20. Therefore, 1 and 20 are the factors of 20. Yes or no? Let us check. You take 1 and divide 20, 1 leaves the remainder 0. That is why 1 is the factor of 20. Take 20 and divide 20, you will get the remainder 0. That is why 20 is the factor of 20. One more example. Here, 2 and 10 are the numbers which are multiplied to get the product 20. That is why 2 and 10 must be the factors of 20. Okay? Yes or no? We can check it. Take 2 and divide 20, you will get the remainder 0. That is why 2 must be the factor of 20. Similarly, take 10 and divide 20, the remainder is 0. Therefore, 10 is also the factor of 20. Okay? And the same 20 can also be the product of the other numbers, which are those 2, 2 and 5. See here, the numbers 2, 2 and 5 are multiplied and the product got is 20. Therefore, the numbers 2, 2, 5 are called the factors of 20. Whether 2, 2, 5 are factors of 20 or not, you can check individually. Take 2 and divide 20, you will get the remainder 0. That is why 2 is factor of 20. And similarly, take 5 and divide 20, you will get the remainder 0. Therefore, 5 is also 20. Therefore, children, if the numbers are multiplied and we get a product, then the numbers multiplied must be the factors of the product. Here, to get the product 20, we are multiplying the numbers 2, 2 and 5. Therefore, these 2, 2, 5 are the factors of the number 20. Okay? Let us take one more example. Here, 24 is equal to 2 into 12. See here, children, 2 and 12 are multiplied to get the product 24. Therefore, 2 and 12 must be the factors of 24. Okay? Yes or no, you can check individually. Take 2 and divide 24, the remainder is 0. That is why 2 is the factor of 24. Take 12 and divide 24. The remainder is 0. That is why 12 is the factor of 24. See here, children, 2, 2, 6 are multiplied to get the product 24. That is why 2, 2, 6 must be factors of 24. Yes or no, you can check. Okay. Similarly, the number 24 can be the product of 2, 2, 2, 3. Okay. If I multiply all these 4 numbers, will I get 24 or not? Yes, I am getting definitely 24. That is why this 2, 2, 2, 3 must be the factors of 24. Therefore, children, here the numbers are multiplied to get the product. Okay. Therefore, the numbers which are multiplied to get the product are called factors of that product. Okay. Look at one more example here. The numbers 2 and 25 are multiplied, and what is the product got? 50. Therefore, these 2 and 25 must be factors of 50. Okay. Similarly, the same 50 is got by multiplying three numbers, which are those 5, 5 and 2. Okay. If I multiply these three numbers, I get the product as 50. Therefore, 255 must be the factors of 50. In case if I multiply these three numbers and didn't get the product as 50, then these three numbers are not the factors of 50. But however, here the multiplication of all these three numbers will give us the product 50. Therefore, this 5, 5, 2 must be the factors of 50. Now you see, are 3 and 4 the factors of 12? Yes, because if we multiply 3 and 4, I get the product 12. Therefore, children, here 3 and 4 are factors of 12 because after the multiplication of 3 and 4, I get the product 12. In case after the multiplication of 3 and 4, if I do not get the product 12, then 3 and 4 are not the factors of 12. However, here the product of 3 and 4 is 12. That is why 3 and 4 are the factors of 12. You can check individually. How? Take 3 and divide 12. The remainder is 0. That is why 3 is the factor of 12. Take 4, divide 12. The remainder is 0. That is why 4 is factor of 12. See here, children. Here the numbers 2, 2, 3 are multiplied to get the product 12. Therefore, 2, 2, 3 must be the factors of 12. Similarly, let us take an example 125. Okay. Here, the numbers multiplied to get 125 are 5 and 25, or 5 and 25 are multiplied to get the product 125. Therefore, 5 and 25 must be the factors of 125. Okay. The same 125 can be the product of three numbers, which are those 5, 5, 5. See here, after the multiplication of these numbers, will you get 125 as product? Definitely. 5 5s are 25, 25 5s are 125. Therefore, children, after the multiplication of these three numbers, you get the product as 125. That is why these 5, 5, 5 must be the factors of 125. Okay. So, children, ultimately what we can decide is factors are the numbers which give product when they are multiplied. Okay. So, children, in general we can say that if A and B are natural numbers, okay, then if C is the product of A and B, then A and B must be the factors of C. Okay. Similarly, if D is the product of A, B, C, then A, B, C must be the factors of D. Okay. So, children, in this session, hope you learnt about factors of a number and non-factors of a number, and how to find whether the given number is a factor of a number or a non-factor of a number. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow. So, children, I hope you have learned well about factors of a number and the examples for them, and the 5 important decisions that we can take at the end of the division. Okay. I hope today you have learned about non-factor of a number and the examples for them, and the 5 important conclusions or decisions we can take at the end of every division. Okay. See you tomorrow with the different concepts. Till then, goodbye.